How do you know how much protection those engine crash bars will give your motorcycle? You crash the motorcycle, of course. Now, I assure you guys that no motorcycles were injured in the process of making this video. As you can see, I have it laying on a piece of cardboard, and I gently placed this down on the ground, although probably not correctly because that hurt my shoulders a little bit. But it is down, and the main purpose of this video is to show you guys what these engine crash bars will protect against. Now, I'm only going to do it on the left side because I don't really feel the need. The right side's probably going to be very close to what the left side will suffer damage-wise. So what we're going to do now is actually look and see what type of damage you can expect to have happen if your bike falls over with crash bars or a similar type of engine protection kit. We see that the crash bar does a very good job of holding the plastic painted parts off the ground. Now again, this wasn't crashed at a super duper high speed. Again, I just placed this gently on the ground, so it'll keep you protected, but keep in mind if you're going any type of speed, you could suffer damage, it looks like, on that lower fairing there. And if you come back here, if it kind of teeter-totters on there, so you could suffer a little damage here as well as on this grab rail here. It does not offer very much protection for your shifter and or brake lever on the right side of the bike, or your foot peg. Those still could potentially be broken off in the event of a crash. The other thing that might also break, if you look here, is this clutch lever. That's not actually touching the ground physically right now. It's being held up by the crash bar, but again, it's kind of teetering on that crash bar. I don't know if that's just a design of the crash bar, but it looks like potentially your clutch lever could still suffer. You could potentially still get some scratches on the fairing there, as well as maybe the gas tank. I don't think the gas tank is going to get damaged, but I do think you could suffer damage to your side stand. Your foot peg could break off, your shifter could break off, or your brake lever on the other side could suffer damage. The swing arm might get scraped up, but other than that, I think it'll keep it pretty well protected. All right, and if you ever do drop your bike and you want to pick it up, this is a simple tip on how to pick this up. You never want to come in this way and pick a motorcycle up and put it all in your bag. You want to back your butt up against the seat if possible. Grab the handlebar as well as anything solid in the back and just stand up. Use your legs to stand up. And once you get it up far enough, just put the side stand down, especially with phone on the left side, and then that's how you'll pick your bike up if you drop it. Now, it actually looks like a lot more stress was put on this handlebar because it looks like it rests on the exhaust as well as the engine protector. It doesn't look like your brake pedal's going to suffer, but I mean your footrest probably still will. It looks like the exhaust keeps the plastics well off the ground. It looks like the protection bar does a good job of protecting the painted parts up here. However, if you could see, I think this lever is going to be broken if it falls on the right side. I think your brake lever is doomed, and there's probably not much you can do about it. It actually is applying the brake a little bit right now. So I think if you drop the bike on the right side, that brake lever is gone for, or done for. But we'll go ahead and pick this back up and kind of talk about it. Alrighty guys, so kind of to summarize what we've learned, it looks like actually the right side you're going to fare a little better than the left side in terms of protecting those painted parts. You also, as you saw, the brake lever, or brake pedal I should say, let me clarify, The brake pedal doesn't seem to suffer much, if any, damage, and I think it's partly in thanks to the exhaust pipe being as big as it is, keeping the brake pedal well off the ground. Now the footrest, that's a different story. I think that still could potentially break off in the event of a drop. And as you saw with the exhaust on this side, it put a lot of tension and really kind of dug this brake lever into the ground. So I think in the event of a drop, this brake lever is definitely going to be done for. So the protection bar doesn't really offer you much protection in terms of controls or the handlebars. And then if we come around to the other side here, as I said, the shifter, it offers very little protection of the shifter and footrest on the left-hand side. And I think your plastics back here are going to suffer along with this grab bar. I think if you fall on the left, it's safe to say you're going to suffer a little bit more damage than if you drop the bike on the right side. Now, I'm not telling you to drop the bike on the right side if you drop the bike. Don't drop the bike. Make that your mission. But if the bike does go down, I think the right side is going to be far better off than if you drop the bike on the left side. So if you've ever wanted to know how much protection those protection bars give you, hopefully this video gives you a little bit of insight into that. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Thanks for checking it out. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. I'm Matt with Motorworks. I'm out of breath.